Ambry Thomas didn't play well in OTAs, and I thought got struggled a little bit early on in camp, but he didn't play football last year. He's a rookie. You shouldn't write off rookies in the first week of camp. I've learned that throughout the years. It took me a long time to figure it out, but he's been now I've realized that he really hasn't given up a catch in 11 on 11s in quite some time. I can't remember the last time. Days. And today they did one-on-ones, and I was right in front of the cornerbacks and wide receivers, and I happened to notice that he won all 3 times, twice against Debo. He looks like he's figuring it out, and I do notice that he's 6 feet tall with very long arms, and he's fast, and he's all over Debo. When it's him against Debo, it's a tough matchup for Debo because Debo doesn't have long arms. And so Debo has to really juke Ambry Thomas out of his jockstrap and create some separation, and that's hard to do against Ambry Thomas right now.
Yeah, I really liked what I saw on him. When we went over his film, and I know he had some problems with the receiver on Pittsburgh. I forgot his name, but he had some problems with
Chase
him.
Claypool, yeah.
Chase Claypool in Notre Dame. Yeah, he's really good. He's and I thought maybe it was a big receiver problem, but he was really good at the in-breaking routes, which are the tougher routes to cover. He had nice fluid hips. Like, he's not a supreme athlete, but he's a good athlete. I liked what I saw from him. So, like, when the early reports come out, he was struggling a little bit. I mean, it's early in camp.
Yeah,
and it's nice to see that he's coming along.
What I'm seeing from him is, like, I think he would have gone higher in the draft had he played last year.
Probably.
He's a good athlete. They got him 103. 103. He probably would have went in the 80s had he played last year, maybe higher. And that's, you can get starting cornerbacks in the mid 3rd round. They might have got a value.
Yeah, if they hit on Lance, they missed on Banks, and they hit on Sermon, they hit on this kid. That's a good draft.
That's really good draft. It's really possible that they did miss on Banks. I've been waiting to see something good from him, and I haven't seen it yet. But I also want to be patient with him the way I've been patient with Ambry Thomas. It's just 1 week into camp. But I've been looking very closely at Banks, and I haven't seen anything to get excited about. Daniel Brunskill got the first shot at right guard. They didn't like it, and now it's Colton McKivitz. And I was watching Banks get coached by the offensive line coach or the assistant offensive line coach, and every time he did the rep, the guy had a problem with what he did, whether it was a foot or an arm. I don't understand offensive line technique, but every single time he did something, the guy had a problem and had to be and was cursing. I mean, maybe that's how offensive line, but a lot of F words, and it's like, damn, like, I know there's a lot of pressure, Aaron, but they didn't seem, at least that guy didn't seem like he's doing it right.
Yeah.
So keep in mind that. I'll watch. There weren't one-on-ones today. I'll be watching. I want to see him go against Javon Kinlaw, but Kinlaw hasn't done one-on-ones yet. Pissing me off.
If it keeps trending the way it does, I mean, it's more important, right, that Lance is good and that Ambry Thomas is good, right? Right? Like, if Banks isn't good,
he's a guard.
That's okay, right? They could position, but they also could use some interior depth. Yeah, they could, but it's not like they don't need it right now. They need corners.
Yeah. So this is more good news, though. Ambry Thomas looks like he could be. I mean, Emmanuel Mosley's solid, but Ambry Thomas looks like he could be good. Locked up Debo Samuel today. That's a good start. That's a good starting a good starting wide receiver in the NFL. So he must feel good about himself.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how long they play him in the preseason game, if they really put him out there and just let him rock and see what he does.
Robert says I should keep the beard and shave the head.
No, don't shave the head.
Nah, not yet.
What's he got to shave the head for?
Yeah, I don't think so. As big as Banks, you shave the head if you're going bald. My friend, one of my best friend Nico was going bald in high school, so we shaved. But if you aren't going bald and you shave your head, I feel like that's kind of weird.
Yeah, no,
that's kind of weird. I don't know. Like, what are you going for? Why? Yeah. Kenneth says, as big as Banks, he still looks like a kid to me. Agree. Yeah. I totally agree with that. Yeah, he doesn't look like a vet yet. There's just he will. I don't know. He looks like, I don't want to say Josh Garnett. I don't want to say that.
Yeah,
they just wear the same number. They just wear the same number, and it's like, couldn't you give him another number? You should retire at 65, man. It's like how at hotels they don't give a 13th floor. It's like, no one wants that. Yeah, no one wants that 65.
Give it to defensive lineman or something.